Hey, what's up, guys? It's been, I think like a solid I think I made my last video back in like July, end of July, early August, and now it's like early October, so it's been a good like 2 months, since I've talked to you guys. I've just had a very, crazy 2 months to say the least. So I'll just kind of go back and explain what's happened. So I moved into a new house with my boyfriend. Um, Sometimes I am really happy about that decision, and sometimes I wonder if I made the right decision, and I regret it a lot. Right now is one of those moments where I regret that decision to move out here, because now I'm in a situation where I made myself dependent on this person, and now he's mad because I went through his laptop, um, and he's like, trust me, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna move out. Like, I'm tired of this, like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay. And then he took my car that has my name on the lease, not his, so we could go get internet service. By the way, I don't know when this will be uploaded because I don't know when I'll get internet back. I think it's because the wind and like I live in the boonies now. I live like in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's really hard to get phone reception. It's really hard to get, you know, it was hard for them to even install the Wi-Fi out here. So yeah, it's been a very different experience living out here in the middle of the fucking woods. Um, Anyway, so yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to upload this video. It depends on when I get internet back. Anyway, so he left to go get internet because he's like, I'm just gonna have someone pick me up. Like, I'm tired of this, and I'm gonna go fuck someone in DC. And I'm like, okay, go for it. Because this is like his thing, like all the time, and he gets pissed off at me. Is he's like, I'm gonna go like fuck someone. Like, if I invite someone over, you're gonna cock block. I'm like, and normally I would, cry and get all upset, but like now I'm just like so over it because it happened so many times. Damn, I'm like actually getting emotional about this. I like wasn't emotional about this like until just now, but it just like fucking hurts when you like have someone that's like, yeah, I love you and like I'll always be there for you and like I want to help you out, I'll never abandon you, and then like does shit like this like all the time. And it's just really difficult because I just quit my job and I got a new job, granted, but I have no way, I have no money, absolutely zero to get me gas to get out there. And I'm just, I don't know. Things are a mess right now. I don't really know, what this relationship is. A lot of people, everybody basically tells me you need to get the fuck out of this shit, and people say the same thing to him too. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like I'm perfect. My mood swings were getting really bad with him and I would just fight constantly, like all the time when we first moved in, and it was really horrible because when I first moved in, my aunt was like in the hospital and she was very, very, very sick. They basically were like, you don't really have a lot of time left. And so I postponed going to work for like another week so that I could try and spend some time with her. And in the midst of this, um, he asked me this question that was like, just randomly talking, but he was like, would you ever have a threesome with like another guy and another girl? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then he was like, well, would you ever have one with me? And I was like, probably not. No, no, I wouldn't do that. And he got so butthurt over that and was like, I can't be with you anymore. Like, you would rather, like, please someone else than you would me. Like, you clearly don't care about me. Like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I'm in Pennsylvania, like, trying to, like, spend time with my dying aunt, and he's, like, throwing that shit at me, being like, I'm moving out. Like, I don't want to live here. I don't want you, whatever bullshit was happening at that particular time. And just being like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you're horrible. Like, yeah. So, I mean, I just get told that a lot. I get told that I'm terrible. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a bitch. Cunt. And then, you know, It's like when he's in a good mood and when I do something right for him, then he's like, wow, like, I love you. And it just really sucks, you know? Like, it really sucks a lot. But I recently started taking Prozac. I want to say 3 weeks ago, maybe almost 3 weeks ago. And I quit smoking. And I would say my mood has gotten like a little bit better. It's a little bit more stable, ish. But at the same time, like, whenever things go wrong with him, I fly off the handle. I have cuts all over my arm again. And you know, I have cuts on my stomach, I have cuts on my leg. Never done that before in my life because I just was repeatedly trying to kill myself. And he would stop me and then be like, come with me to work or whatever, and then like make me go with him to work and stuff like that, and his job, so that, you know, I wouldn't be home alone. And then would tell me things like, I always got your back, like, I love you, like, you're my baby, blah, 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 blah. But then, you know, will say things like, you fucking hold me back, jail is better than you, you're a bitch, all you're good for is sucking. It's just a lot of mixed messages. And then, you know, I get upset and hurt about these things, and I'm like, do you really think these things? And he's like, no, I just say them because I'm mad. But I'm just like, I think to myself, and I'm like, you know, even if you're mad, you don't say those things to someone you love, you know what I mean? Like, I'm mad, and I don't say half the shit that I fucking think to him because I know it'll hurt him, like, really bad. And I just don't get why he does it to me. So, yeah, sorry. It's like really windy and I can't tell if he's like coming back or if it's just the wind. So, yeah, and I figured since I have this free moment to myself finally for once, like, I never get any free time to myself, hardly ever. He always blows me up if we're apart, and I'm like, dude, like, earlier today, like, he just kept fucking constantly calling me, and well, not constantly, but like, he called me like probably every hour, and I'm like, bro, like, can you chill the fuck out? Like, leave me alone, dude. And it's just like, yeah, like, he wouldn't never let me, I wouldn't be able to go to work alone. He'd always want to like pick me up or drop me off so he could use my car to do stuff, and even still wouldn't really do anything. He would just come chill at home and then waste my gas. And then when he gets mad at me, I don't have any money for gas because he's used it all, and then gets mad at me because he's like, I didn't use the gas. And I'm like, bro, like, you're the one that fucking drove me, because where I live, like I said, like, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. My old job that I just quit, fucking was like 20-ish minutes away or whatever, and like, they were just giving me like dick hours, like, not really giving me the hours that I wanted, and it was just like horrible circumstances, and I was like, what am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just finally decided to leave that job because it was just fucking horrible. Like, I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And like, what really set me off about it was that I had cut myself, and I had tried to kill myself this day. I don't know, this was like, I think this was literally like 2 days ago, like Wednesday or something. Today's Friday. And first I like texted my pharmacy manager. So I guess I can disclose where I worked now, because I don't work there anymore and I don't care. I worked at CVS in the pharmacy, and so I talked to my pharmacy manager first, and I was like, hey, look, like, I know scheduling is like really hard for you, but like, it's really hard for me because now I just share the one car with my boyfriend, and like, he has to drive all the way to Nova, and it's just a really huge strain because I constantly have to go back and forth for these like short shifts that are like 4 or 5 hours, and then he can't do work because I have to be at work at a certain time, and then like he gets mad at me and stuff like that, and I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know what you want me to do, you know what I mean? Like, and so I was like, hey, it would make my life a lot easier if you could just like change this around. Because him and I think, were like fighting about it that day. And so, um, yeah. So a couple hours go by. In the midst of all this, him and I fight as usual, you know what I'm saying? I think we fought because I can't even remember why, but it had something to do with the fact that I guess I like wouldn't let him. Oh, because our fucking house ran out of water, so I left to go get us a bunch of gallons of water so I could have it to like do dishes with or flush the toilet, wash my hands, brush my teeth, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have any fucking water. So the first place I went didn't have like the kind of water. I know that's fucking stupid, but like they didn't have the kind of water that I wanted. So I had to go across the street to Sheets. They literally only had 1 gallon of fucking water. I was like, are you kidding me? So I left, and then I got coffee for both of us. And then I came back, and then there's a little like country store up the road from us, and I bought a case of 6 gallons of water, and I was like, okay, bet, like, I'll be fine now. So I get home, or I'm like about to be home, and he's calling me, blowing me, like, where the fuck are you? Like, what the fuck? You know I'm on a time schedule, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I knew you were supposed to leave soon, but like, you didn't say, hey, be back by like this certain time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were just like, okay, just like come back. And I was like, okay, no shit. Like, that's what I anticipate on doing. And so fucking I get back, and he's like, you dumb bitch, like, you fucking like set me back, like, you made me lose $200, like, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So then he's like, give me back my money or whatever that or give me back my change that I gave you for coffee or gas or water or whatever. And I took it out of my wallet and I kind of just threw it. And so he got really mad at that and fucking smashed my coffee on and water on the ground. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why do you gotta be like this? And like, don't fucking throw money at me like I'm a dog. Like, blah, 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 blah. Granted, yeah, it was pretty disrespectful, but I was pretty pissed off. I mean, he started off the conversation by calling me a dumb bitch. So, what the fuck do you expect? You know, you're gonna call me dumb bitch? Fine, I'll show you a dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that to me, motherfucker. So, so then, geez, what happens? So I just like, I don't even know. I'm just like, whatever. I just move on. I'm like, fine. I'm gonna grab all these waters out of the car so I'll have the water, whatever. And then again, I take the keys and I just, like, the car keys, and I'm like, and I just throw them out in the grass. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And he takes a knife and slashes all of the gallons of water that I just bought. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, now we don't have water. Like, you're gonna leave me here stranded, no car, no way to get anywhere. Like, the closest store is probably like 10 miles away. Like, I can't walk that far to go get fucking water. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, sucks to suck. And, yeah, then he, like, so our front door is shattered. We had to shatter it one time because we accidentally locked ourselves out, so it's been just kind of, like, shattered this whole time, and we haven't been able to fix it because I'm broke and he's whatever. So he fucking takes a piece of glass and he's like, here, bitch, why don't you just go ahead and fucking kill yourself? Why don't you try to be successful at something for once? Like, just do the world a favor and fucking end your life. Then he's like, actually, how about this? How about you go into the woods and do it? Because I'm not trying to have a fucking murder charge on my hands. Like, go just fucking kill yourself in the woods, like, away from the house so the animals can eat you. Like, fuck you, you dumb bitch. And I just am like, what the... mind you, this is not the first time he has said shit like this to me. This happens every single fucking time that we fight. And it's just like, like, I'm to the point where it's like, it doesn't really affect me that much anymore, but it still kind of does. Like, I don't know if I have it. I started to cut my neck, because I was just gonna slit my throat. And then I was like, no, like, I'm not gonna make it that easy. I'm gonna cut myself all over the place first and then, like, drown myself in that. Like, this is the crazy shit that I fucking think. and I'm just like, I'm just gonna drown myself in the fucking bathtub. Like, fuck this. Like, he honestly makes it so life isn't worth living. He makes me feel like that, like, a lot of the time. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. Like, a lot of people tell me to get out, but it's like way fucking harder than that. It's so much harder than that. Because like I said, I've created it to the point now where I'm fucking dependent on this dude. And I what else am I supposed to do? Like, honestly, what the fuck else am I supposed to do when he's the one that supplies me with the gas, with the food, with money for anything? And I try to be grateful and I try to be appreciative, but it's just like he just knows how to push my buttons and he pushes my limits like all the time. And yet he's the one saying like, oh, I feel like I'm the only one sacrificing here, blah, 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 blah. Bro, I just quit my job because I couldn't handle the stress of having that job and dealing with him in my life. Couldn't deal with it. And like, he fucks up my money situation like all the time. He has all these fucking things linked to my bank account, the fucking gym membership, the internet, Netflix, all this shit under my bank card, and so when it fucking automatically deducts out of my bank account, I get a fucking, what's it called, overdraft fee, because I don't have money in my fucking bank account because he makes me send it to people. He's like, oh, I'll pay you back, blah, 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 and doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, I think this has really answered my own question. It just really hurts. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand why shit like this happens to me. Like, am I like, do I seem like a vulnerable person? Like, what the fuck is it that makes it so these people get, like, themselves attached to me and intertwined within me? Because I know when he's gonna come back, I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Or he's gonna leave and whatever. You know, I'll just fucking, I don't know what the fuck I'll do if he leaves. But, I know I need to get out of this. I really do. I just don't really know what to do, to be completely honest with you. I don't have family in this area. I don't have friends in this area. And, you know, the one friend that I do have, she just constantly is like, dude, like, get out of that. And the one day I did try to escape. It's like every time I try to escape, I get guilt-tripped back into this. With the whole fucking, you know, I love you. I don't want to give up on you. I support you, like. And it's just like, I can't believe I'm this stupid, you know? Like, I can't believe I'm this dumb that I keep falling for it every time when I know exactly what's happening right in front of my fucking eyes. It just, I don't know. It saddens me that I'm so weak. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to kill myself if he wasn't in my life. I was suicidal, yeah, this past year. You guys saw that. I made videos and videos and videos about it. But now this medicine, it does make me feel a little bit better. You know, I don't feel as empty inside anymore. I feel a little bit more hopeful about the future and myself as like a person and my abilities and like what I can do. And I know I can do these things, but it's just like, this guy is fucking holding me back so much. And I don't know what to do to get away. You know, I'm trying to get a new job and I'm trying to be like, hey, like, can I, you know, work this day? Because now all of a sudden he wants to go fucking all over the goddamn place every single fucking day with my fucking car that he's probably added a solid 15,000 miles on since I got it in May. And I, like, can't even, like, schedule when I want to work. And I asked him, I'm like, bro, like, do you even want me to work? Because it really doesn't fucking seem like you want me to. It seems like you get mad at me every time I say, hey, does this day work for you? Does this day work? No, I wanted to do this. No, I wanted to do that. Then when the fuck am I supposed to work? and make money and get myself out of this fucking situation. When the fuck am I supposed to do that? So, for those that say it's easier said than done, I completely understand it now. I haven't been hit, or anything like that. I haven't been tossed around, but just emotionally, financially, mentally, all of this is just fucking with me way too hard and reminds me why I wanted to not have emotions and not be in a relationship with someone. So, that's how it's been for me for the past 2 months. Yeah. Sorry if this was all over the place and really rambly. It's just I haven't had... Anytime I try to talk to anybody about this, they just, of course, talk over me. And it's like, I don't want to hear your stupid fucking opinion. Sorry. I really just want to get this out. And just belt it out, vent it out. Because at the end of the day, when I go to sleep at night, I know what's right for me, and I know what's wrong for me. And every day, I go to bed, and I wake up knowing that this is wrong for me, and that I need to get out of this. But I can't right now. It's really hard. I tried so many times to just be like normal, rational, There are days, we scream and fight and yell at each other, and I'm like, get the fuck away from me. And then there are times I'm just like, dude, I don't want this. And it just doesn't matter what I fucking say. I can't get away from this. Which is why I've tried to kill myself 4 times this past week. Because I can't do this anymore. So I let him take my car so he can go get fucking service or whatever, so we can have somebody come pick him up. Because I can't deal with this anymore. If he wants to move, fine. Go for it. It sucks. I will be fucked over royally this next month or so. This next week or so, actually. Because I'm screwed. I have no money. I'm negative money, actually, because of him. So, it's gonna suck. But I know I can pull myself out of this. Everything else that I've ever dealt with in my life, who was the only one that pulled myself? I'm the only one. And I am the only one that can save myself. And I just... Yeah. I don't know who this could reach if you see this, you know what I mean? But just know, it is possible for you to get out. It is. You just really have to be strong enough. And that's primarily, honestly, what my problem is I'm a good person, so I feel guilty when he, texts me, calls me, hits me up and is like, why are you doing this to me? Blah, 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 blah. One time I tried to run away, and I went down to where I used to live. It's probably an hour-ish away from where I live now. And I met up with some old friends of mine, and I was kind of just stopping there for a minute so I could collect myself, because I was a bit under the influence of alcohol, and I was pretty drunk, and I was like, you know what, I need to just, chill for a minute. And then I was gonna go down, back down to my hometown, and visit my friend, who I've been telling everything, to, and just be like, hey, anyway, whatever. So, I stopped by there, and I was just getting blown the fuck up. He just wouldn't stop calling me, wouldn't stop texting me, and then finally he started messaging me on Instagram, and literally was, sending me pictures of him, crying. Later, I come to find out that they were videos of him, crying and talking at the same time. I didn't know that they were videos at first, because, my fucking phone signal sucks, and I couldn't get any service. So, excuse me. Whoa, hold on. Anyway, I don't really remember where I left off with this. Needless to say, oh yeah, me trying to run away. So he's sending me all these videos of him crying, being like, "Why are you doing this to me? I love you. Like, I don't understand." Like, anyway, so I ended up getting like more drunk at my friend's house, and I was just kind of like, "Fuck!" Like, I feel bad. Like, I should go back up there and try to like talk to him. I guess, like, I don't fucking know. But then I was just like too fucked up, and I was like, no, I'm not driving. Like, I was tired, and I literally just pulled into like a doctor's office and like fucking fell asleep in my car for like 3 hours. And then I woke up and drove back here to this house and um didn't say anything. I couldn't fall back asleep for like hours. Like, I literally, this bed wasn't here, by the way. It was, he had packed up all his shit and was like ready to move out. And yeah, he fucking had all of his shit packed up, so I tried to sleep on the floor. And really bad acid reflux. I think that's what it was, why I couldn't fall asleep. And I was just really anxious. Um and so I like threw up a little bit, and then eventually I think I fell asleep at like 5. He's back. Fuck. Yeah, so eventually I fell asleep, and we made up. And it's just like this every time. So I gotta go because I don't know what's about to happen. But I will post this and I will keep you guys updated. I love you guys. Stay strong, whatever battle you're fighting. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!